Good evening again, and welcome everyone to the 203K in the Box FHA Consultant Training and Marketing System All Power Team Coaching Call for September 2013. This is your host and the creator of the 203K in the Box system, Catherine Hall, and I want to welcome you all on this call tonight. This is a little different call than what we normally do in that this call has been opened up to invited guests of the Casey O'Malley Homeowners Network, and we're very happy to have them on the call today. What you're looking at on your screen right now, in a few seconds it should come up, is a picture of the information about the Lunch and Learn that's going to be held at by 203K in the Box at the COA conference that's going to be held in Las Vegas in just a few short weeks. And we're going to be having a lunch opportunity. We're going to be doing a lunch on Monday, so people can actually come to that lunch. And for the first 20 people who register for that, and you register online by clicking this link here, and you can see that it's 203kinthebox.com/COA Lunch and Learn. For the first 20 people, you can come for just $15 by using the code COA203K when you click the registration link. Now, for those of you who are members of the 203K in the Box Power Team program, you actually received an email with the actual code for you to be able to attend this lunch for absolutely free. So as you can see, you click the registration link. It takes you over to a registration box that allows you to be able to register 1 to 2 people. Now you have to put COA203K in this box here to get that discount applied. And so as you can see, it took off the discount and made it only $30, $15 per person. So that's how you can get access to the 203K Lunch and Learn at the COA Las Vegas for Monday, September the 21st. And please make sure when you do, you register, you print off your confirmation. We'll have a confirmation list as well, but you want to have your confirmation so that you can actually get in that much quicker. So we want to be able to let you know about that. One thing that we are doing with the Lunch and Learn, and because the information that we will be sharing at this Lunch and Learn event is a course that's already approved by InterNACHI and ASHI. We are in the process of asking them if the course that we have, which is called FAQ on 203K, it's normally a 2-hour session. We're asking them if we can get it reduced to 1.5 hours, which is going to be a 1.5-hour lunch break. We're asking ASHI, and we've already got approval from InterNACHI, if this can be a credit course. So if you can get credits for having lunch. So that way you can, if for those of you who are really tight on your credits, you actually will be able to get credit. You get CEU credits from ASHI or InterNACHI for attending the lunch. So you're getting a discounted price lunch and you're getting CE credits, so you can't beat that. So now what we want to talk about before we have our invited guest, Kevin O'Malley, on the call tonight is we want to do a little bit of information about 203K activities that are current. And for those of you who are guests and new to 203K in the Box coaching calls, every month we have this all power team coaching call, and in this call what we do is we summarize information that is useful for all members, as well as what we also share is information about the that's new for the industry, as well as information that is appropriate for us. So one of the things that we are showing you right now on the screen, and I can get rid of the pop-up, was shared by one of our members, and that is by Bob Noss, who is in Nevada. He shared this information with us, which is actually very exciting for everybody. And so just a few seconds, it's going to come up on your screen. It's a little slow because we have a lot of members on the call today, so I'm hoping it will show up in just a second. FHA has recently, as September 27th, has changed their qualifying criteria for FHA insured mortgages. It's called the FHA Back to Work program, And with this program, it allows a person who may have had a major credit ding, such as a short sale, a pre-foreclosure sale, a deed in lieu, a foreclosure, Chapter 7 bankruptcy, Chapter 13 bankruptcy, loan mod, or even a forbearance agreement in their history, they will still be able to get an FHA insured mortgage. And FHA had banned people from using this program, using FHA insured mortgages, if they had one of these situations within 5 years. Within 3 years, they're now waiving that 3-year foreclosure waiting period. So the question was asked, and there's the answer right there: can I use the Back to Work program for an FHA 203K construction loan? And the answer is absolutely yes. You can use the program for a 203K. What this means is the program waives the 3-year waiting period. You no longer need to wait 3 years to apply for an FHA loan after experiencing a foreclosure or short sale or deed in lieu. This is going to be very powerful. And for those of you 203K in a Box members who we have marketing activities, this is something that you want to share with real estate agents to let them know, guess what? If you have home buyers who might have had some credit dings or some life issues that came in the way, here is a way they can get an FHA insured mortgage and a 203K to boot. So what this is saying to you, and what this should say to you, is 203Ks are going to be increasing in usage, not declining, because most people who are coming back into the home buying market typically are not able to finance as much house as a person without those financial problems in their history, and as such they may be looking to buy those homes that are going to be in need of more repairs. So that being said, I definitely think you need to add this information to your email blasts, post it on your Facebook page. We're going to be posting it on our Twitter and our Facebook page, and sharing this knowledge with everyone that we know, so that people can get information about what the FHA programs are that are coming in the future for them. So we're really excited about that, and I do want to thank Bob Noss for that update. And as all of you know, we share information and we share resources, and this is something that will actually be great to share with us. Anytime you get new information or new details, please don't hesitate to share it with all of us, because this is something that we want to have everybody be able to have access to. So now the next thing I want to talk about to you is something that several of you have asked me about, and it is regarding the Rehab Estimator software and how it displays logos. And before we do that, we do have a couple of questions, a comment here, and I'm opening up to see what the comments are. And what I'm going to ask Jessica to do is, Jessica, if you could be the one who will let people let me know who has a comment or needs to be unmuted. And what Bob Noss has put down here is that the waiting period is reduced to 12 months from 3 years. And that's listed in the Q&A forum further down on the report. So it's not down to 0. It's just basically popped down to 12 months instead of 3 years, which is still great and really a great opportunity for people. So thank you so much for that. And for those of you who are just logging into the call this evening, because we have so many people on the call, we are having everyone is muted, unlike our normal calls where we allow everyone to mute themselves and just chime in. You are all muted at this point except for our presenters. Okay, so just want to let you know that. And I'm actually unmuting Jessica and Kevin O'Malley. Kevin, we're actually going to have you start in just about 10-15 minutes, but would you like to just go ahead and say good evening to everyone?
Hello, thank you. Hope everybody's having a good night tonight.
And thank you for taking time out of your day to join us. Jessica, you're on the line as well, correct?
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Jess. So now what I want to talk about is regarding the Rehab Estimator software and how it displays logos. Many of you have recently downloaded your Rehab Estimator software and found a problem with the way the rehab estimator shows up on the screen, on your logo. And I'm going to display you a sample of what it looks like. So what you should be seeing in just a few seconds is the main desktop screen of the rehab estimator software. And here at the bottom is at the button I just clicked, at the bottom where it says company and logo and letterhead. And then at the top of this bar, you see where it says company information and letterhead. This is where you put in your letterhead. So now I'm going to just take the letterhead that I have for my company, and I'm going to go out and find the letterhead. And let's get that letterhead put in there. And I'm going to show you what the letterhead looks like if I were to just use my regular logo, which is what most of you are trying to use. So now what I want you to notice is when you are looking to import a logo into the Rehab Estimator software, the software puts this phrase, 203K inspections and pics, in the file name. You have to remember to delete that to be able to see the contents of your folder. Otherwise, it looks like you have nothing in the folder. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click my regular logo. And you see it took my regular logo and it stretched it to fill the entire space at the top of the Rehab Estimator program. Okay, and so you should be seeing that right now on your screen where it's stretched out my logo all the way out to the full width of the screen. And that's not what I want. And because what happens is by keeping my letterhead that way, when I go to print a report, this is what it looks like. And hang on, it's taking a little while for it to come up. I'm not sure why. Let me pause that. Okay, that should make it faster. There you go. So now you can see that my logo is stretched out into the middle of my form, and it, in some cases, for some people, their logo will become very pixelated, and this is not really the way you want your logo to be at the top of the screen. So let me show you what you have to do to get your logo to correctly format onto your software. What you'll need to do is go over to your main screen, and at the bottom of your screen hit the Start button, and when you hit the Start button, it's going to give you the option to search for programs and files. So let's close that application, and there you go. And there, it's not, come on screen, it's taking forever to show screen through. Okay, there it is. So in the bottom right hand corner, I clicked the Start button, and then I just went to the Paint program, the Paint application for Paintbrush. Okay, so when Paintbrush opens up, it may not have the paint section all the way over to the far right. Mine does that because that's how I just recently did it. It may open up to look just like this with one small section of white for you to work with. So what you'll need to do is you need to take your mouse and literally drag it over so that the section does fill up a large portion of the screen. Then you're going to take and paste from your logo file, wherever your logo is, and you're going to take a logo. So I'm going to go out to, so I'm just going to take this grand opening logo. I just used that recently. So now the grand opening logo is sitting here in the right-hand corner. I'm going to take it and move it so that it's in the center of the white area, and then I'm going to stretch it out to whatever size I want. Now, if it looks like it's starting to pixelate like this, get it grainy looking, you might have to make it a little smaller. But remember, it's going to print out on 8.5 by 11 printing, so it doesn't really matter if it's too small. But if it looks really ugly, you may want to have someone sharpen and fine-tune your graphics. Okay, so here we have this logo here in the middle, and then I can add text. So if I wanted to add a text box underneath it, say with my company address, okay, so company phone number, that's awfully big, so let me make it a little smaller font. So I'm going to make the font 22, center it, and then, whoops, what happened? I deleted it by accident. So let me hit the undo button, bring it back. Okay, good. Okay, so there's the company phone number. I can move it down. I can shrink it. Size it up, and now I can hit File, Save As, and I'm going to save this as a JPEG. And so you see where you have an option of saving it in many different formats. You want to save it as a JPEG file. So we're going to call this sample logo. So I'm going to hit save. And now I'm going to close this. So now I'm going to go back to the Rehab Estimator software. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to Company and Consultant Information. Then I'm going to go to Company Information and Letterhead. I'm going to hit Add Your Letterhead. And here I'm going to find a new picture. Do I want to add a letterhead? Yes. And I'm going to go back up to my documents. And as I said before, remember you always have to delete that 203K inspections and pictures sentence in the file name to be able to view all the contents of the folder. And that's in my downloads. Okay, and it was sample logo right there. And there it is, sample logo, company phone number. So in a second it's going to show you. Okay, so now I'm going to save this, close form, close, and now when I go to print off a sample report, there you can see the logo is properly centered and spaced in the middle, and it's not stretched out across the entire screen. So the question was raised by a member, and he's asking, can this be done in MS Publisher as well? And save it as a JPEG. As long as you save it as a JPEG, yes, you can do this in Publisher as well. So that's definitely, you can do it in Publisher also if you choose to. So thank you for that question. So does this help you guys understand how to properly set up your logo? Because I know several of you have said, ew, my logo looks horrible on the top of the screen. What do I do? Now you can see that all you have to do is just stretch it out, and it will work as well. Another thing I want to mention to you all, because it seems that a lot of you have not gotten this recent information, when you are entering information into your feasibility analysis, there are default narratives that will populate into a category and keep you from having to write a whole bunch of stuff. And the way you do that is you click the button that says Default Narratives, then you go up to Find Keyword, and since we're doing roof, you have roof old construction, roof new construction, roof repairs, and so there's the roof repairs section. Now if you hit click to add selected statement to your narrative, and then you hit transfer your completed narrative over on the left hand side, it will wipe out everything that's down here. So get into the habit of you putting in the defaults first and then closing out this default narrative section and then adding the comments you want in addition to that. So what you're going to see me do now is I'm going to hit transfer your completed narrative, and there you see it returned me to the roof section and it's wiped out everything else that I had on there. Fortunately, this is only a practice version of the software, otherwise my assistant would be killing me. So now if I want to add more details, I can just start typing below the defaults. But if I'm satisfied with what the default says is going to get done, it will save you a lot of time, especially writing repetitive information that you are going to need for categories like plumbing, electric, and heating, where it's very common things that you're going to say about the work to be done. Okay? So the question is, and Bruce says that it is faster in MS Publisher. And way to go, Bruce. And Bruce, yes, I will be seeing you in COA Las Vegas, but I doubt if I'll have any Wilbur Buds. I actually was in Wilbur Bud country a couple weeks ago, and but I'm on a paleo diet, so I drove right past the store. So you'll have to look elsewhere for your Wilbur Buds. And for those of you who don't know, Wilbur Buds are these amazingly delicious chocolate, kind of like a Hershey Kiss kind of thing without the wrapper. So you don't even get to burn any calories peeling off the wrapper. So no Wilbur Buds today, Bruce. Sorry about that. So if anyone, unless someone has any specific questions that they want to have answered about activities with their software or with their activities with their marketing, or any question that they need to have answered for their programs, I'm going to be turning control of this and the entire rest of this coaching call over to Kevin O'Malley of Casey O'Malley Associates, who is going to be sharing with you about the Homeowners Network. So unless anyone has any specific questions, Kevin, are you ready to take control of the screen?
Sure.
Okay.
That'd be great.
And here we go. Kevin, please introduce yourself for those of our members who are not familiar with you. At that, I doubt, but just in case.
I never assume anybody knows me. My name is Kevin O'Malley, and I am with a company called Casey O'Malley Associates. Been in the training industry for home inspectors for 30 years. Used to run a company called Inspection Training Associates. That was sold to Kaplan in about 2003. So we do conferences each year. We have a website called Inspection Conference. Let me take you to that. Each year we do a conference in the spring on the East Coast and in the fall on the West Coast. This is our 20th year doing inspection conferences in Las Vegas. And you've been at quite a few, haven't you, Catherine?
Yeah, this will be my 5th year at Las Vegas. Darn, I'm getting old. But not as long as you've been doing it.
This year's a little bit different. We are doing a number of different things which are unique. First, we're doing a business day, which is all day Sunday. Next is Live Inspection Monday. And we are going to broadcast live from a house, local house in the Las Vegas area, right back to the conference. And we're going to allow the inspectors to ask questions of the inspectors at the house. So
is that Brendan Ryan on that roof in the corner?
You know what? It looks like it could be.
On Live Inspection Monday, is Brendan going to be climbing roofs in Las Vegas?
He is not. We actually have Mark Wall and Robert Hintz from Florida.
Oh, fantastic. Excellent.
Yeah, and then on Tuesday, and actually Monday I think is your day, isn't it?
Yes, it's the day we're having our lunch. Mondays we're having our
doing your lunch.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, you can find all the special events just by clicking up here. We've got a bowling night, a poker night, Playmate of the Year is coming. We've got a comedy hypnotist, and there's your lunch options right there. Yeah, right there.
Very nice.
Yeah, but to finish what's going on for the classes, let me go out a little bit here. There we go. Tuesday is a unique day as well. It's all technology driven. Most of the big software companies and call centers are doing users groups in the morning on Tuesday, and then in the afternoon we're doing a connected technologies talk about how to utilize all of these great new technologies together.
So if somebody is
Wednesday we're doing.
So if somebody has a quandary, because I did get a phone call from someone who was saying, I wanted to come to your lunch, but I also wanted to learn about Home Inspector Pro, they could do that as well on Tuesday if they wanted to, because if they're not staying all the way through Thursday when I'm speaking again.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Home Inspector Pro has two-hour sessions on Tuesday, so I'm sure he's going to be going through every part of his software. So,
excellent. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, and then on Wednesday we're doing Mechanical Wednesday, and we've got Joe Zabadik, who's incredible when it comes to gas appliance training, and we've got all electric panels that we're going to be going through, and it's going to be an interesting day. And then Thursday is just a day filled with a lot of different expert-type classes or advanced classes. So it's going to be a fun conference.
Yeah, and Thursday afternoon I'm teaching about inspecting for FHA 203K, FHA Minimum Property Standards, which is the newest product we've launched, and very successfully both at CREA and at Pro ASHI in Georgia just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's awesome. So if anybody wants to get registered on here, it's inspectionconference.com. If you use do you have a code, I think?
I believe we have COA.
Discount?
Yeah, I think it's COA 203K. I'm not sure, but I'll have Jessica verify that and send out an email to all the web attendees if it is incorrect, or if the correct one is. Yes, but I believe we did have a code.
Yeah, that's great. So really what I wanted to tell you about tonight was our newest venture, and it's called the Homeowners Network. And before I do that, however, I want to give you just a little bit of background and history on this part of our program. And by that, I'll go to what we started a couple of years ago, which is called COA Support. And when Michael Casey and I were coming back into business, and we were doing a lot of work, we've been doing a lot of work for insurance carriers on claims against inspectors. So that's really been our main business since about 2008, is claims consulting for the insurance industry. And whenever there's a claim filed against a home inspector, if it's with any of the major insurance carriers, they get in touch with us and send us that claim, and we usually give our opinion and investigate and help defend inspectors. So at about 2009, 2010, we were talking about providing a service that was live technical support for inspectors. And we met Dominic Marichik of Home Inspector Pro, and I thought he was just one of the most intelligent individuals I've met in a long time. And I said to him, I want to provide a live technical support service. And he said, well, that's great. We can build a website, but you really should build an application, smartphone application. So we did, and it was so simple and so elegant. You can see it on the screen. It's really, you just select a category, type in your question, and you can add a photo if you want. It'll automatically open your camera and attach the photo. And then you submit the question. And for the last couple of years, we've really been I kind of call it beta testing on inspectors, but inspectors have been using it all over the nation. There's around 850 inspectors using the service. And as they're walking around a house, if they see something that they just have a question about or they just don't recognize what they're looking at, they use the app and send us a question, and we usually get back to them within about 20, 30 minutes, sometimes even faster. So most of the time they're able to see or get the answer to their question before they leave the house, before they leave the inspection.
Wow, that's amazing.
I know, yeah, and I know that there's been a lot of inspectors using it, and I see the questions all the time, and they're just amazed by it. So as we were working with this application, we just thought, you know what, there's got to be something bigger, some bigger use for this program and this technology, and we thought, why not live technical support for homeowners? And so we came up with something called the Homeowners Network. And it's basically the same thing as the application for inspectors, only I won't say dumbed down, but let's say dumbed down for homeowners.
Simplified.
Simplified. Let's make it a little more politically correct. We've simplified it. It's still a very similar application, but they're able to get instant answers to questions as opposed to Googling something and getting 4 million responses or going to Home Depot. You can it's almost like texting a friend who's an expert in all the different fields and categories. And so we've got experts all over the country. There are a lot of older home inspectors, ex-home inspectors, technicians, trainers, authors, and they respond to the questions all day long. That's what they do. And the next thing that we thought was, or we asked ourselves, is how are we going to get it out in the hands of the home buyers and homeowners? And we thought, why not allow home inspectors to use the service as a marketing tool and give it away? You know, I wonder if, do you have Michelle online?
Michelle is online. I'll unmute her right now. Okay. Michelle, you are unmuted. Go ahead, Michelle.
Hey, everyone. How are you?
Hi, Michelle. I'm going to put up the PowerPoint presentation, and I'm kind of going to let you go through this since this is your company. You've been using the Homeowners Network now for what? Ever since we introduced it?
Since the beginning.
Yeah, since March 1st, actually, was when we introduced it.
Could you introduce yourself, Michelle, for those of you who are not Facebook friends with you like me?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Michelle Shishilla. I work a lot with Kevin O'Malley, and I own a company called Honor Construction Inspection Services in Florida.
Welcome.
Awesome.
Thank you for being on the call tonight.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me.
Michelle and her husband run a pretty good-sized company, and they do. They're very interested in marketing, and they're very interested in customer service. And she's been finding a lot of success in utilizing the Homeowners Network for their marketing.
It's brought us a lot of additional inspections. When people call in and they ask about our service, and we're able to tell them that we can provide this membership for them free, and they want to know more about it, and then it brings us the extra business. So it's a great tool for us.
So what I wanted to go through basically was how this whole loyalty program can work for inspectors with their customers. And what we did was we created a service that if you were to find it on the internet, if a homeowner were to go onto the Homeowners Network website, they would have to pay $199 a year for the technical support service and access to the website and all the discounts that we have. What we did was we're giving it away free through inspectors. And the way that we do that is we made it into a loyalty program. And we've got all kinds of different marketing materials, including videos that can be customized for your business. I'm hearing this in my head. I don't think you guys can hear this.
No, they wouldn't be able to hear it because it's not being played through your microphone.
Okay. Yeah, so I need to turn that down in my head. It's awful loud. But anyway, we've created a lot of different videos, marketing materials. I'm going to flip through some of these, and you can see these all on the website when you go on through the website.
So now we could send an email to a prospective customer or a real estate agent with a link to a video like this online that has our company information on it.
Yes, absolutely. You can either embed it in your own website or link it back to the homeowners network. We like to think that it's best to embed it into your own website, then it takes them to you.
Excellent.
But yeah, and those videos can be customized with your company information. So if they are a link and people are watching them, they'll see your company phone number and logo.
Is there a cost for that?
For customizing the videos, yes.
Okay.
There is. For the membership
site and things, no.
Memberships, yeah, no.
Okay.
So basically what you're doing is you're able to give your clients a live technical support service. And they can ask questions. The first thing that happens once you give your client that service is they get a welcome email, and it's a confirmation of their membership, and this is showing Michelle's company, and it basically says your gift membership courtesy of John Shishilla from Honor Construction Inspection Services is yours now, and all they do is click through and register. And it's showing them that it's a $199 value. So that's the first thing that happens when you give your client the membership. And then the next couple of things that I'm going to show you are brand new, and those are part of the loyalty program that we've just created. When your clients log into the Homeowners Network site, they then see your company information at the top status bar of the website. So every time they come back to the Homeowners Network, they see you.
That's cool.
And they're also able to click on that and send a referral if they want. So if their friend was buying a house and they said, hey, we need a good home inspector, they can just go onto the Homeowners Network and click, and they'll always remember you because you'll be right there. As well, when they open their smartphone app, and they're going to use the Ask the Experts app, they can find you on the smartphone app all the time.
Oh, wow.
And they can also send a referral. Yeah, they can send a referral right from their smartphone.
So this is something that they're going to show it to their friends. Hey, look, I have this resource, and then every time they open it up and they hit the inspector button, it's going to pop up with your picture on it.
Yep. And I mean, how many times have your clients not remembered your name or your company information years later when they were talking to a friend or a family member who was buying a house? So they're always going to have your information handy now. It doesn't have to be a business card, and it doesn't have to be letters. And then once a month, we send out a Homeowners Network newsletter, and it's a soft informational newsletter, but it comes branded with your company information. So once a month, you're getting constant marketing as well. So
now this is an e-newsletter that goes out?
Yeah, that goes out once a month, and it's automated. So once you get registered as a Homeowners Network inspector, you then enter your client's information, and I'll show you all of that in a second. And automatically they get sent the welcome email, and then once a month they get sent the Homeowners Network newsletter.
Excellent. This is really great. Now, so when they get this email, do we also get notified that these emails have been sent out in some way?
Yeah, when they receive the welcome email, you get a notice that your client has received that as well. And also in the in your dashboard, and I'm going to show you this in a minute, but in your dashboard on the Homeowners Network, you'll be able to see all the members that you entered and what they've done.
Wow, that's great.
Keep in mind, keep in mind that the average homeowner moves about every 9 years, and that means that they're going to get about 108 newsletters before they move. So they're going to have you on their mind all the time, and that's the most important thing for continued marketing.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I'm going to just flip through the rest of this. It's value for your client. There's a lot of discounts, but the way that I like to look at this is that it does a number of different things when it comes to a marketing program. The first thing it does is it brings value to your service. It adds $199 to every inspection that you do. You can announce it to all your real estate agents, so it'll bring a lot of interest to your company. And they will ask you, hey, what are you doing? What is this new thing? It's amazingly great. And would you come into the office and do a presentation about it? So it'll open doors to real estate offices and to agents that may have never used you before. Now, when the phone is...
I have a question about that. Michelle, have you had a chance to use the PowerPoint presentation or share this with real estate agents at all yet?
I have shared it with real estate agents. The PowerPoint presentation is something new that I just put together this week. But I have done some presentations in real estate offices with prior presentations, not this specific one. The realtors love it. And this presentation that we put together gave them so much more information to look at as well. So they're very excited that their clients get this added value. Excellent.
Very cool.
Yeah, and one of the things that we haven't even touched on yet is that we give you the ability, we give all inspectors the ability to give away 25 free real estate agent memberships, which then means your real estate agent has access to you as well, and they're getting those newsletters once a month as well. So it's a powerful marketing tool from both angles, from one, the real estate community, as well as the your continuing referrals from clients.
And you actually have marketing pieces about that.
Oh my gosh, we've got a ton. We've been working on this like crazy, and just for a few statistics, as I said, we introduced it March 1st of this year, and there's about almost 900 inspectors across the country using it, and they've already registered about 35,000 members to the site. So it's become popular almost overnight, so to speak. If anybody has not come to this site before, it's homeownersnetwork.com. And if you wanted to become as I said, I'm going to show you here, if you wanted to become a member and you were just buying it and you were a homeowner, you would have to pay $199 a year to sign up. What we've done is, if everybody were to scroll down to the very bottom of the page, left corner, it says Become a Referring Professional. You are going to click on here, you're going to click on Inspector, and you're going to fill out this form to become a member. We're doing this for free for Catherine's clients. And what you'd do is you would click on 203K in the box. And what was your
Our validation code
Catherine?
is HON203K. Real simple.
Okay, so you're going to use, so you're going to do that, and then you're going to fill out the rest of the required information, and at the bottom hit Submit.
And this is totally 100% free for us to add every client who we do a 203K consultation or home inspection for, correct?
Yes, and the only way that we can make it for free is by making sure that everybody is a customer of one of our networks, that we have in the system right now. So you guys make it possible for us to do this, as well as all of the big vendors like Lowe's and those kinds of individual companies. And you can see that we put that right on the front of the site. Let me go backwards a little. We get a lot of big vendors who give us discounts, and that's one of the important sales tools for you as well. Not only is it live technical support, but it's incredible money savings that would basically pay for your inspection. The Lowe's coupon alone is worth up to $5,000, and we all know most home buyers are going to spend a lot of money at Lowe's their first year. So I'm going to log in, and I'm going to show you a few of the other features. Where the way that I log in is going to be as an inspector, and that's how you guys will be logging in as well. And when everybody logs in, the first thing that they're going to see, actually it's not that page. First place they're going to see is the inspector headquarters. And I like to think there's like 2, maybe 3 important places for inspectors on the Homeowners Network to visit the website. And that is the inspector headquarters, because that's pretty much your toolbox. It holds everything you can imagine in this page. Everything from the brochures. So I'm going to make this bigger. Okay. So we've got logos and website banners that you can use on your websites. This is what Catherine was saying. We've got marketing tools. So if you were to click on this button, it'll take you to a page that's got, I think, 8 or 10 different flyers that you can customize. There's postcards, trifold brochures, half-fold brochures, single-page flyers, gift certificates, low ink pages. And this is really a pretty simple form to work. You basically click on the item that you want to customize, and your profile information shows up on step 2, and I'm going to show you where that is as well. And you basically just click some of these. You can click up to 5 of those. And then if you've got some images in here already, and there's Happy Mike, click Submit, and that'll create your flyers, your marketing materials. And this is a postcard that we have. And you can then just send that to your printer and hand those out as marketing materials.
And for those of you who are members of 203K in a Box, this is very easy to do using Best Value Copy, the service bestvaluecopy.com, and you can have them actually cut them for you. They'll print them on the cardstock, on a glossy cardstock, and cut them, and it's incredibly inexpensive, even with the full color, to get them to do that. So if you'd like to get the discount coupon and you haven't already signed up for Best Value Copy, please just send Jessica an email and we'll send you that special discount code. Because they're the company that does all of our
as
copy.
I said, that's great. That's awesome. So as I said, the inspector headquarters, and that's found on this status bar right here. Just click on the inspector headquarters if you're not there, and that'll take you back to the spot where you can get all the different marketing materials that are here, from the banners and logos. There's also the videos that we have. There's an order form. This is one of the only spots that you'll spend money, other than maybe extra real estate agent memberships. But here you've got a couple of different videos that you can have customized, and you'll click here for details. And you can embed those on your site or use them in emails. Back to the headquarters again. This is where there's a real estate office presentation on the Homeowners Network. This is the earlier one, I think, that Michelle was referencing. There's also a couple of sample introductory emails that you can copy and use. for your own marketing when you're sending them out to real estate agents or homeowners?
This is great.
Yeah,
Kevin,
yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to mention two things I wanted to make sure. For the customized items, we customize one of the certificates, and after John is done with the home inspection, he gives the clients a physical certificate introducing them to Han. It's something tangible for them to hold, to look at, and then they're able to ask questions to John about it and get more information. And last week I ended up going out in the field and doing inspections with him and was able to witness this firsthand. And it was really great because the clients had already received the welcome invitation, because we use one of the providers, the integrated providers, and the welcome invitation had gone out at about the same time the inspection was done. When the inspection was completed, they got their certificate from John welcoming to the Homeowners Network. They were able to ask questions, and at that point too, the realtor was very impressed and thrilled that we had this extra service. So when the clients do need to ask a question and they need to ask an expert and John isn't around, then they have somebody in their back pocket that they can pick out their phone and they can just snap a picture and ask a question. The next thing, Kevin, I wanted to make sure is we show them what it looks like from a homeowner's point of view at the top of the home website, the refer button.
Oh, all right. Yeah, let's go back to that in a minute. But what I wanted to do was reiterate a couple of things that you just said. I was on my my talk about the whole marketing program that the Homeowners Network gives you, and it opens doors to real estate offices. It helps you close sales on the phone, just as Michelle said, when she's talking to a client, and they're asking her what the price is, and sometimes you get those price shopping clients. And she says, oh, and in addition to the best quality inspection, we're also going to give you membership to the Homeowners Network, and that's a $199 value. And then she goes into her explanation as to what that is. That's helping close more sales, adding more value. And we've had a number of inspectors already tell us that they are the highest priced in their area, but the Homeowners Network memberships are helping them overcome those price shoppers.
It's a USP, and I'm
Absolutely.
always talking to my members about the fact that as 203K consultants, it's a USP that separates you from your competition. This is just one more USP, and it's totally free to give to the client. And if I'm not mistaken, from something you just said, Michelle and Kevin, it helps reduce the number of phone calls we'll be getting as home inspectors after the inspection's done.
Yes, it does. One of the concerns, and I've told Kevin this in the beginning, that John had, is he wants the homeowners to know that he is available for them, and that's absolutely still 100% true. But if John's on an inspection, he's on a roof, he can't take their call at that moment, they have a leak, they need to deal with it now, they can just take their phone out, use the app, snap a picture, send it in, and get an answer back very quickly from one of the HON experts. So, and that's what I tell them. John wants to make sure that you have an expert available whenever you need one.
Excellent.
And one of the things that you think about is that they're not going to be really asking you that many questions. Well, they're not asking questions of us, and I can tell you this from reading the questions as they come through from homeowners. They're not referencing the inspection when they're asking us questions. They're just technical questions that they would have Googled to get an answer, like, why is my outlet not working, or how do I get my garage door open when the power's out, or there's a lot of different little minor questions that they ask us. The inspection questions, they're always going to direct them back to you, and we will even direct them back to you if it's a specific, something about your inspection. But that's not the purpose of the Homeowners Network. The purpose of the Homeowners Network is not to become in between an inspector and his client, but to become part of the inspector's team. So
Now,
I think that's what the benefit is.
we have a question from one of our audience members. He's asking, should he be giving this to the home buyer before they actually close on the loan on the property?
Yes.
Okay. And if
Yes,
they don't
absolutely.
close, if they don't close, it doesn't matter, because we still, if it doesn't close, it doesn't matter, because they're going to still see our name and come back to us for the next possible inspection opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is going to give you an advantage over that, because you've given them a very high quality service item that they're going to remember you by. So I think it's a great opportunity, and it should be given right away. And the reminders will go out after they move into the house in the form of the newsletters and everything else. So yeah. So as Michelle has told us, she loves it as a good closing tool. And that was the last thing that I wanted to say. So we're opening doors at real estate offices and to real estate agents. We are closing sales on the phone, and then John, her husband, and their inspectors are using it as a thank you at the end of every inspection. And it's, you know, like, thank you very much for using our inspection service. Here's your Homeowners Network membership gift certificate, and you can you'll expect an email to come, and you can download the app from your app store. It's Homeowners Network.
Excellent. That's really, it does. It really is something that's exciting. And I actually, when we got our network set up, and we have a LaserJet printer, so I did what Michelle said she did. We actually are giving it out to the customer, the certificate, right there at the end of the home inspection.
Yeah, that's a great way to do it. Now, one of the other things that Michelle alluded to was automating it and making the Homeowners Network memberships something that you don't even have to think about. And what we've done is we've integrated with a number of different vendors like ISN, Inspection Support Network, Home Inspector Pro software, HomeGauge software, Schedule Center is integrated, another software company, ICHI, 3D is nearly there, Horizon is nearly there. So we're integrating with almost every one of the major software companies. And what that means is that you don't have to re-enter your customer information. Now, if you're not using any one of those companies that I just mentioned, then to add a client, you simply come into the Homeowners Network and you add your client's information here. So you can copy and paste from your order form if you've got one. And every time you do that, you simply hit submit, and your client now is on the automated system. But having ISN or the Schedule Center or any of the software programs just makes it a one-click item to send your client information to the Homeowners Network for their memberships.
Kevin, we have go ahead and share that information, because we have a couple of questions, and I'd like to let the people actually ask the questions personally. So go ahead and continue. And as everyone who is used to our 203K in the Box coaching calls know, we ever rarely go exactly to 10 o'clock. We usually go over. So don't worry about going over. Just continue. But we do have some questions from the audience I'd like to let people actually ask. So please just know that there will be some question-answer period, everyone. So if you do have a question, type it in, and then I will unmute you to let you answer your question yourself. So thanks, Kevin. Keep going.
Okay. And my screen is a little bit different since I'm an admin. I'm in the admin right now. But at the top, you guys are going to find your name, and then it'll say My Members right next to it, and then it'll say My Profile. I just went in to edit my profile. And this is an important spot. You can add real estate agents, you can add clients here, but this is also where you will add your photo and logo I showed you before. You would just click on that, and it's similar to what Catherine was showing you a little bit ago. You just go in, you can see there's Happy Mike, and you simply go in and find your whatever photo or logo you want to put in.
Do the dog. Do the
And
dog.
click on it. Let's put Dominic in.
Okay. In his tie. Yeah. I don't think that was what? That was
When was
2001.
the last time you saw
Yeah,
Dominic?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, aught one maybe.
Yeah. Now, anytime you do anything in either your profile or the photos, make sure that you save. And I think, Catherine, you and I did this the other day.
Yeah, and I didn't save it. It didn't come up again. So it's like, okay, no save, no get.
Right. And one of the things, I've got a note here, but this is a good marketing tool, and it's not really something you're going to give to all of your individual inspectors if you're a multi-inspector firm. If you're a single-person shop, then perfect. Just put your own photo in. But if you're a multi-inspector firm, we kind of advise that you either do a group photo or you do a generic photo of some sort. Okay? And then we'll go back to our profile. And let me show you. Okay, so this is all of this is all your profile information, and all of this information, all these text boxes can be utilized wherever you want them.
So depending on what kind of piece, we could have one piece that we give out where we put in our Facebook URL,
yes,
and then one piece we could put the email address. Excellent.
Yep, yep. And you also want to make sure that your website is just as this shows, www. That'll be an active link on the newsletters and the welcome emails. And the only other thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to go back and show you that down here under welcome invitation, you'll be able to preview how your information is going to look as it goes out. So
very nice.
Yeah, so it compiles. So you can go back and forth from your profile to here. You can also see how the newsletter is going to look as well. Let's see how that's worked. Okay, that's spread out a little bit. It's not bad. All right.
Very nice.
Yeah, and there was only one other thing, which I'm not, let's see, let's go back here. That was, oh, I needed to do this, add real estate agents.
Now,
Okay.
I just want to make sure everybody is clear. The membership is $199 per year. They get the first year complimentary, but after that first year, they're invited to continue their membership each individually. Correct, Kevin?
Yes, yes, that's probably one part I forgot to tell you about. At the end of 12 months, the member, the Homeowners Network member, gets a renewal notice. The renewal notice is for their live technical support. And they will always be a member of the Homeowners Network, but their questions just would not be answered. They'd receive a notice that said, hey, you haven't activated your membership, your technical support membership. What we plan on doing for all inspectors who are interested in doing maintenance inspections is the renewal notice will give the members, their clients, an option to renew their Homeowners Network memberships by purchasing a maintenance inspection from their previous inspector. If your client contacts you and wants to set up a maintenance inspection after a year, you won't be surprised because we're sending them a notice saying they'll get their $200 membership free through you if they buy a maintenance inspection. So that was one of the last parts of the marketing program that we put together.
And for those of you who are not familiar with a maintenance inspection, it's, Kevin, you want to go into what your concept of what that would be, and I'm sure you're probably going to share that information with the inspectors of what they should consider a maintenance inspection?
Yeah, in the next month or two, we'll be posting some, just typical checklists, but it's an abbreviated inspection. It's basically going around looking at those maintenance items like your smoke detectors and your furnace filters and checking gutters and checking the breaker panels and not the entire inspection that you normally do, but just abbreviated inspection, maybe 45 minutes to an hour. Most guys that are doing those are suggesting around the $200 price range. I don't know. That's up to everybody to
Excellent.
to price those. And that will be one other point where the inspector would spend money with the homeowners network if one of their clients wants an inspection because they want to renew their membership. The inspector would then come back onto the site, and I believe they're going to be like $20 to renew their past clients' memberships.
Excellent.
So that's that. Do you want to open up the? I'm trying to get to that point that has that special. And let me see. Yeah, I know. Okay, well, I can't seem to get into the other part, but just so you know, we're giving 25 free real estate agent memberships to every HON registered inspector. After that, you're going to be buying them from us. So that was the other point I told you where the cost would be. We just can't provide live technical support for every real estate agent in the nation. It just would bury us. So typically they're going to be about $10 a piece in quantities of 50 or more. They're going to be more for less, but we've got them on sale right now at $5 each, whatever number you want to buy. So that's just an introductory price, just so everybody knows.
And we don't have to use them right away. We can just buy them to get the price advantage and bank them.
Yeah, you
Perfect.
could definitely bank them. Yeah. So if you wanted to open it up and have people ask questions, I'm happy to respond.
Yeah, so, okay, go ahead. Tommy, go ahead. You had a question about your assistant, I believe. Tommy, you're unmuted. Tommy Orr, please. When you do have a question and I unmute you, would you please give your name and your city and state and your company name, please?
Sure. My name is Tom Orr. I'm with People's Choice Home Inspector, and I'm in Washington, state of Washington, Graham, Pierce County. And my question, Kevin, was I have an administrator that answers my phones for me on a normal basis, and I'd like to find out if I can give her one of these HONs to get her familiar with that as a more personal thing that she can say, yeah, I use it all the time or whatever, that type of thing.
Sure, absolutely. And the way that you do that, once you register, Tommy, you just go into the headquarters and you can manually add a client right here. So you can add an unlimited number of clients to it.
Okay, because I've already been doing this with my home inspection side of the business, and I haven't given any to the real estate agents, and I haven't given out to her, and I was just wondering if I could. So.
Yeah, and you should, so that when she's answering the phone, she can tell everybody how wonderful and easy it is.
Right, that was my thought. And the other thing is, you said 6 months. On the purchase, it's valid for 6 months. What does that mean?
Those are 6-month memberships, the real estate agent memberships.
Are only 6 months?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to let them know that it's not. I thought it was a year as well.
Yeah, no, it's we give 6-month real estate agent memberships, and there was a couple of different reasons for that. But one was we had also hoped that if they, the membership was up, they would come back to you looking for it. So.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Excellent. Thank you,
My
Tom.
pleasure. Thanks for using it.
David Ritchie, you had a comment about your use of the system?
Catherine and Kevin.
Hi, David.
Dave Ritchie, Touchstone Home Inspection Services, El Cajon, California. I signed up with you guys right away as well and have been handing these out. I do the same thing that was mentioned earlier. I give them the certificate at the end of the inspection, and I've just received nothing but positive responses from that. So thank you so much, Kevin. I think it's making a difference.
Thank you, David. Thanks. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. And we've been putting together all kinds of new marketing materials and stuff. So just keep looking back at the website. We're going to have a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, I've got a real estate office presentation in about 3 weeks, and I'm thinking this would be a great one. So I'm going to be going online to get that.
Yeah, and that's right. And that PowerPoint you can customize on your own. It's open, so. Yep.
Excellent.
Thank you very much, David.
Thank you, David. And finally, because he's had a couple chat comments throughout the day, Bruce LaBelle from Arizona. Ashley, is there anything you'd like to share?
I just want to say hi, Kevin, and thank you for allowing me to be into the system. I have a list of stuff that's going up on the site tomorrow. I've been remiss in doing my paperwork since my surgery, as we discussed in the back, but no, I signed up for this a while back. I've been doing some beta testing with some of the stuff behind the scenes. Awesome, great system, a lot of marketing stuff going out. Just can't wait till it just blows up here and everybody signs on. So great stuff.
Yeah, thanks, Bruce. How have you been after the surgery?
Well, after 2 surgeries and fighting with my live-in nurse here, everything's going well.
Awesome. So you're going to make it to the conference?
I can't. I have to be in Chicago 2 days before that. I'm teaching at LTC.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So
I
how
had to clone myself.
So how was I going to get you Wilbur Buds anyway?
No, for IW in Tennessee.
Oh, in Tennessee. Oh, yes, in Nashville. Yeah. Well, we're not talking about that. So anyway, well, thank you so much.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
I'm going back on the board for national again.
Yeah, we saw that. That's congratulations there.
Yes.
So,
yes,
you know,
we're excited. But thank you so
like
much
I
for
said, whatever I can do to help both of you out, just let me know. I'm here at your disposal.
We appreciate it.
Awesome.
And yeah.
Well, keep in mind that we are going to Orlando, Florida in April 2014. So.
I'll get my bathing suit ready.
There you go. Exactly. And
Awesome.
anytime
You,
you want to invite me to come back out and go through another house with you guys, that was a great day last year.
Well, you were afraid of the cactus and the ungodly heat.
Oh, yeah, well, the cactus more so than the ungodly heat. It was the cactus, definitely. You don't have
a cold day. It was only 102.
Exactly. There was and I didn't have a hat. No one told me to bring a hat, so I had to borrow a hat from someone. So, yeah, but that is exciting to hear, and I'm glad you are doing better with your surgery as well. And it's great to have you on the call today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Excellent. So does anyone else have a comment? Unlike our normal webinar where I have everybody unmuted and everybody goes through a brief description of what's going on in their world of 203K, because we have a lot of visitors with us today and because I wanted to really focus so much on sharing this homeowners network, we're not going to have our focus points today. We're going to have focus points on the individual coaching calls for Power Team Achievers and Power Team Innovators. But I did want to basically say that to those of you who are not members of the 203K in a Box system, one of the things that we have as a major focus for us is our marketing activities, and PowerPoint presentations are part of our 203K in a Box activities that we have, and we actually work a great deal on providing education, resources, and information, not just on 203K, but on the whole world of residential building consulting. And if you're doing an inspection, you are a consultant. So please, thank you so much for being on the call tonight, and thank you to all of our members. So Michelle, I'm going to ask if there's anything that you'd like to say finally before we end our call tonight.
Thank you so much for having me. And if anybody has any questions at all about HON at all, they're welcome to call me at my office, and I can, tell them how much it's helped our company grow.
If you give me your number, Michelle, I can post that right here in the chat box for everyone.
Sure. Let's see. You just want me to type it in, Catherine?
Just tell me, and I'll type it in.
Okay. 321-327-2950.
And I'm just going to send that out
Michelle,
to everybody.
I'm sorry, I was unable to back out and come back in as a client to show the company info on that status bar. So
it's actually in the inspector headquarters, Kevin.
Is it?
Yeah, they updated it.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we are thanking you all so much for being on the call tonight. Jessica, is there any last-minute housekeeping issues for our members?
Apparently not.
Yeah. She usually mutes herself.
Not that I can think of.
Okay, well, the e-newsletter, for those of you who are members, the October e-newsletter is going to be published this weekend, I believe, Jess?
Yes.
And for those of you who are not members of the 203K in a Box system, and if you'd like to get a copy for free of our e-newsletter, you can simply go to this site, 203kinabox.com, and you can subscribe to the newsletter. It's absolutely free, as well as you can get information on all of the upcoming events where we will be sharing information about the ever-growing world of FHA 203K consulting. So I want to basically thank everyone so much for participating on this call, the guests as well as all of our members. We really love having you on the call. We do have these, we're going to be having gold calls. We're going to have FAQ on 203K question and answer calls coming up in October and in December. So keep looking out for emails about that. And this is Catherine Hall, your 203K queen, saying, until I'm able to support you again in the future, be outstanding. Thank you all, everyone. Good night.
Thank you, Catherine. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.